Hi everyone, this is C. Anita, PGT Social Studies, TMRS Chandrangutta, Boys 1. Welcome to social class. Today we are going to discuss class 10th, chapter 14. Chapter 14. National Movement. National Movement in India. Partition. And independence. During 1939-1947. What is the name of the chapter we are discussing today? National Movement in India, Partition and Independence during 1939-1947. In this chapter, we are going to discuss about the final phase of the national movement and also the situations which led to the partition of India. As we know that we were under the British rule before 1947. We were under the control of Britishers before 1947. The Britishers ruled our country nearly 200 years. In these 200 years, they made many acts. To rule our country, the Britishers made many acts. Acts means laws. Who made these acts? The British. The Britishers make many acts to rule our country. Like the acts which were made by the Britishers were like 1909 Act, 1919 Act, 1935 Act, 1947 Act. So these were the some of the important acts which were made by the British. Today we are going to talk about one of the important act, that is 1935 Act. This act is also known as Government of India Act. This act is also known as Government of India Act. This act was passed by the British Parliament in 1935. According to this act, Indians got certain rights. According to 1935 Act, Indians got certain rights. What are that rights? Indians can rule themselves. Indians can rule themselves to some extent. Certain rights that Indians can rule. Indians can rule our country. Indians can rule to some extent. This means Indians can rule our country, but they have to rule our country under the supervision of Britishers. Indians can rule themselves to some extent. What do you mean by this? Indians can rule themselves under the supervision of British. According to this act, provincials can conduct elections. According to 1935 Act, provincials could hold elections. Provincials could hold elections and winning party could hold form provisional government. According to 1935 Act, provinces can hold elections and winning party could form provisional government. What do you mean by this province? Province in an area or land under political control by another country. Province is an area. It is an area under political control of another country. Okay, province is an area or land that is under political control of another country. Here, India is under the control of British. According to 1935 Act, our Indians can conduct elections. However, the right to vote was given only to a small section of people. Means, during 1937 elections, only 12% of voting was given to provisional assemblies. How much percentage of voting was given to elect the leaders of provisional assemblies? This means only 12% of people can do voting in these elections for provisional assemblies. If you take example of India, at present if any elections is going on, who can vote? A person who is completed 18 years of age, they can vote in the elections. But here during 1937 elections, only 12% of people can vote for the provisional assemblies. What is this provisional assemblies? Provisional assemblies are nothing but how we have a state legislature. How we have a state legislature for every state. In our country, for every state, there is a state legislature, that is state government. Like that, at that time, provisional assembly is there. So, how much percentage of people can vote these provisional assemblies? Only 12% of people. Like that, Central Assembly. For Central Assembly voting, only 1% of people. Only 1% of people can vote in elections. How much percent of people can vote in the elections? Only 1% of people can vote for Central Assembly. Central Assembly is like Parliament. How in our country Parliament is there? What is a Parliament? Parliament is a law-making body. It is going to make laws for the whole country. At present in our country, at that time, one Central Assembly was there like a Parliament in our country. So to that Central Assembly, only 1% of people can vote in the 1937 elections. But at present, if you want to vote for the members of Lok Sabha, that is Parliament, a person who had completed 18 years of age, they can vote. But at that time only small percentage of voting has been given by this 1935 Act, that is 12% for provisional assemblies, 1% for central assembly. Now we will talk about 1937 elections. Which elections we are going to talk about? The elections which conducted in India during 1937. How we got this right to conduct elections in our country? According to the 1935 Act, we got the right to rule themselves. Elections were held in the provinces of assemblies. Provinces of assemblies. Most of the provinces were won by Indian National Congress. Most of the provinces won by Indian National Congress during 1937 elections. When elections were held in 1937 for the provinces, most of the provinces were won by Indian National Congress, like 8 out of 11 won by Indian National Congress, and there in these 8 provinces 8 prime ministers were elected for these provisional assemblies. 8 prime ministers of Indian National Congress. 8 prime ministers of Indian National Congress were elected of Indian National Congress of these 11 provinces. What you understand here? That most of the seats were won by Indian National Congress in 1937 elections, and they formed provisional government in India, in British India. So these prime ministers of Indian National Congress were working under the supervision of a British governor. Supervision of a British governor. Who was the winning party here in 1937 elections? Indian National Congress. They won most of the provinces and they appointed prime ministers there, and these prime ministers were working under the supervision of a British governor. Which type of government was formed by Indian National Congress at that time? That government was known as provisional government. Provisional government. What do you mean by this provisional government? Provisional government means a government that is working under the supervision of British. Now we are going to talk about Second World War. Should the war be supported by Indians? We are going to discuss about should the war be supported by Indians. Should the war be supported by Indians? Which war we are talking about here? We are talking about the Second World War. We are talking about Second World War. Second World War, which happened in 1939, which started in 1939 and ended in 1945. Second World War. Why we are talking about here Second World War? So in 1939, Second World War started. Second World War started between two groups. What are the two groups? Allied powers. Second World War started between two powers, that is Allied powers and Axis powers. Allied powers and Axis powers. Which countries join Allied powers? Who are those countries which join Allied powers? USA, Britain, USSR, France, etc. Even China also joined in the side of Allied powers. Which countries join Axis powers? Axis power, another group in Second World War. Germany, Japan, Italy. Germany, Japan, Italy. Not only this, many other Axis forces there, Romania, Bulgaria and etc. So between these two powers, that is Allied powers and Axis powers, Second World War took place in 1939. So at that time, India was under the control of Britishers, as we know. So there was a dilemma started among the Congress. What was that? Should the war should be supported by the Indians or not? At that time, Congress was in a confusion. What was that confusion? Whether to support Britain in Second World War or not. So, Congress was in a dilemma whether to support Britain in Second World War or not. So, Indian National Congress was divided. Indian National Congress was divided on this issue. Which issue? Whether to support Britain or not in Second World War. So most of the Congress leaders they were against the ideology of Hitler and Mussolini, because most of the leaders were against the ideology of Hitler and Mussolini. Most of the Congress leaders, they were against the ideology which were followed by Hitler. He belongs to Germany country and Mussolini, Italy. What was the ideology they were following? They both were dictators. In Germany and in Italy, the people did not having rights like how we are having democratic type of government. We are enjoying all rights. But at that time, Hitler and Mussolini, they were ruling these countries and they were following dictatorship without giving any rights to the people of these countries, and even they wanted to conquer the whole world. That's why most of the Congress leaders, they were against this Hitler and Mussolini. Some of the Congress leaders, they want to support Britain in Second World War. So what we understand here, Indian National Congress, most of the leaders were against Hitler and Mussolini, and some leaders, they want to support Britain in Second World War. That's why Congress was divided.